It's really hard not to be selfish when we think about our friends, our family, people we care about, especially when it comes to end of life decision making, where we and I uh, want my family member to be able to make the decision they want to. But there's also that selfishness when it comes to a time that the decision is to let things like a disease take its course. And that is something that is very, very real for me, for my family, anybody who has lost somebody recently this year or lost anybody that they've known at any time, that we're selfish. We don't want to let them go. uh, and then on the other hand, we want them to make the decision for themselves. And so I think that's what makes holidays like today, Thanksgiving, and other holidays, birthdays, anniversaries, makes it extra difficult, is that we want that person back on earth. We want to spend more time with them, regardless of what that quality of life is. Just the fact of having the individual on earth, that we're able to see them, hug them, kiss their forehead, say a prayer with them, read to them. And so today, while we give thanks for everything that is good and has been good in our lives, we want to give thanks to the individuals who we've had in our lives and who have passed on to heaven, and just really having a hard day, thinking about, wow, I wish we were able to spend another Thanksgiving with my dad, and that's not the reality. The reality is there was care to a certain extent, and then the care wasn't going to cure him, and ultimately he made that decision to let things run its course. And that was a very hard day, because that was the realization that, okay, we know there's not a lot of time left to spend with him, and so we want to rally around and spend as much time doing whatever we can to help help him be as comfortable as possible, to just be, a loving family member, or maybe in your case, maybe it's a friend, or somebody that you're close to, a significant other. In any event, it's difficult, and to talk about it is even, I think, more difficult, because we're talking about raw emotion of the human being, of how do we react when we're not in control? And none of us are really completely in control anyways, but the little control we have as humans of, do we continue with treatment, do we not? We have to respect the treatment options, the decisions that, in my case, that my dad made. And that day was tough. This day is tough as the first Thanksgiving since he passed. His birthday was tough in October. His first birthday that he passed. And knowing the future holidays, there's going to be times that we're just going to be very emotional. And the takeaway I think I want to give for this is, it's okay. We're human. We have emotions. Don't be afraid to show them. Don't worry about what other people think or say, because nobody knows, what's inside our heads besides ourselves. And we need to take time away from work, a project, an event, travel, what have you, then that's something that we should probably do, and not be ashamed that we are feeling this way, because we're humans. We have emotions. There are going to be good days. There's going to be not as good of days. And then I'll leave you with this. So in the last days of my dad being on Earth, we had a chalkboard, and we had this chalkboard because the senses, the eyesight, the hearing, tasting, chewing, at the end of life, those senses kind of start to taper away. And so my mom had a great idea to get a chalkboard and writing, today is, and then the date. And my daughter and wife, they made hearts because it was the month of February. And the hearts were things that my daughter and we were grateful for my dad, and things that we liked doing with him. And so on this chalkboard, what you're seeing now on the screen, you'll see different heart colors, and then different messages on those. And then you'll see in the middle on that chalkboard the words, today is Friday, March 1st, 2024. And up until that day, and it was actually during the night when we changed that, up until that actual, today is Friday, March 1st, 2024, up until then, either my mom or my sister had changed that chalkboard for each day. And the last moments that my dad was alive on Earth was when I wrote for the first time on that chalkboard, today is March 1, 2024. Friday, March 1, 2024. And so there was a little extra emotion there, that was the first time that I wrote on the chalkboard, and that was the day he passed and went to heaven. So for all the people that we love, we miss, they remain with us in our hearts. We love them, miss them forever, and like to see them again.